Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another replay analysis today. Today, another good example of what you can do if you're on console and you want me to take a look at it. This is a PlayStation 4 game, but he put it up on YouTube with the full replay so that I can look at it, and put in my input. So he is a Diamond 3. This is a 2v2 game. He put in his notes that he knows his speed needs to be faster. He's struggling with double committing. Be more clear when he's going, so that it's not having double commit issues. Less hesitation, better mechanics, and to be more relevant in the game via small boost pads and boost management. So I'll take a look at it and see if I agree with you. It looks like you are getting a gaming PC in a few days, so congratulations. Best of luck to you as you transition. I hope it goes well for you. But let's get into it. All right. So I like that you were patient here. You just happen to miss this touch. It's not the best. That comes with time, reading where that ball is going to drop and taking it under control. And then the panic touch there is not necessary. Your teammate might have kind of scared you a little bit, but he also then bumped you. He shouldn't have been getting in your face like that. I'm going to put that primarily down to his fault because you still had time to recover that. Alright, that's not a bad attempt. So your two jumps there, if I turn this up, you'll hear it. Let me back up a little bit. If you listen to your two jumps as you go for this aerial, they're incredibly fast, one right after the other. And in a situation like this, you want to hold the first one a little bit longer, like literally hold the button longer and then jump again. And that'll actually help you get a little bit higher, and this, you might have actually gotten to it faster, higher, and put the ball in at that angle. It's good patience on the challenge. I would have personally dodged into it. So it's good that you're not just diving in, but I would have wanted to dodge there personally, and then I wouldn't have gone for that boost. You should have turned around earlier. And because you turned around earlier, you could have cut infield much sooner, rather than trying to go get your own corner, and you may have gotten back to it, but I would just recommend to follow the boost paths, the small boosts. So here is just expecting a little bit more respect than you were given. So your teammate got beaten. You should be rushing to that because that's an easy shot for the opponent there. It's not a good challenge from your teammate, but it does leave you in a position where you need to know that you need to go for that immediately. That's a decent pass. Your teammate was halfway ready for it. Not a bad attempt. I probably would have done the same thing under pressure. Alright, this ball right here, as they clear it, I would be, instead of jumping, I'd be flipping back so that you can get behind it and turn to hit it back into their half, instead of trying to get this touch here, which ends up just going right back to them, and now you're just out all the boosts you used and it didn't really do too much. Luckily they turned it over to your teammate right after that. And in this situation, I would recommend a half volley off the wall, which basically, as soon as the ball bounces, you want to hit it. Like similar to when you do a power shot off the ground, you can do that same thing off the wall, and that's called a half volley. So if you do that, you would get a lot more power on it. and obviously hit it, and that would work out better for you. So I would recommend, yeah, try to hit it off the bounce on the wall. Maybe that was just a read issue where you weren't quite sure where the ball was going. So that'll come with time. It seems like when you are going up for the ball, you're rushing it. Like when you jump, I would take just a quarter second to stabilize yourself. When you jump for this ball, you're facing your corner. You're not facing where the ball is. And at your level, what I would recommend you do is you take a little extra quarter second, half second, whatever, and turn toward the ball so that it's a straight path to where the ball is going to be. Because you're struggling the whole time to try to get back to it, and it's not the best touch in the world. That's good to realize you have to pressure that. So in this situation, you have time and space. If you look at the defender here, he's committed to backing off. So if you run up on that ball just like you did without actually hitting it, he's giving you that space. So you don't want to hit it into that space. You know what I mean? I would run up on it real quick like I was gonna bang it like you did, and then take it into a dribble on top of your car or an air dribble if you can do that, and try to put it over him, you know, dribble it into a flick, a bounce dribble, something. Take the space here instead of just banging the ball, because that's exactly what he expected you to do. You want to do your best to not do what they're expecting. Your teammate should have rotated out a long time ago there. That's not necessarily your fault, but I would have not gone that close knowing that he wasn't going to leave. That was good there. Looks like you caught sight of your opponent, or I'm sorry, you caught sight of your teammate and didn't double commit with him. This ball, instead of jumping here, my recommendation is that you, as soon as you see that, I would boost and flip toward the wall and start driving up the wall and catch it up there. You want to hit the ball up there on the wall where it's actually going, instead of trying to intercept it along the way to where it's going. Because if you went to the wall and hit that, you could hit it forward into their half instead of just off the wall. That's a difficult read. I'm not going to dog you too much for it. The thing that would have helped you a lot here, actually, would be to not go so far forward in net. Stay at the back post, and this read becomes easier because it's not directly over your head. If you're further back, like on the other side of the goal, this would be a little bit more conceivable ball to read, and you might even have a better view of the person jumping for it. And then on top of that, like, your teammate should never have gone for that. That was 100% yours to go for. Don't feel like that was your fault. That was completely unpredictable behavior from him. Your teammate just kind of gave that away. Not having boost, I don't think I would have stuck with that. I think I kind of wanted to just let it roll. You can respect him to hit that by this rank, I think. It's not a terrible touch. Your teammate's positioning is not helping, though. He should look to pass that to you, but he's not going to. That's not a bad aerial, and you scored it. That was actually very good adjustment in the air there to score that ball. That was well done. Good job. Their For my taste, you left, ball came off too long. I wouldn't have left it off that long. I'd be flickering it back and forth. The boost isn't going anywhere. You want to keep looking back at the ball, seeing where it's going. Your teammate should not have turned aggressively there. There, I understand why you did what you did, but when you jump for this, the nearest opponent is in your corner, and the second nearest opponent is on their half. I would have pulled up and caught this ball. You catch it into a dribble and take space. Maybe you'd probably have to catch it and flick it pretty quick because of the opponent being in your corner. But I would have personally recommended you do something other than just bang it away there, unless your teammate didn't get the boost. But really, for the most part, I would have taken it under control. But I mean, the opponents don't seem to be dealing very well with the hit and chase, so if they can't deal with it, I guess keep doing it. Interesting. I would have personally looked to manipulate this ball as it bounced back across. I'm not sure where your reading is at, but reading where that's coming back across and try to get some touch toward the net, toward the backboard, something like that that your teammate could react to instead of that. It would have been more beneficial. Just anything to add pressure, really. Your teammate shouldn't have been challenging there. It's going to put you in an awkward spot. Overall, you're doing a very good job of leaving your teammate space, but he's being a little bit difficult to predict. There again, when you jump for that aerial, you just... I'm not sure what it is, but it feels like you're not pulling up far enough on your first jump because you're afraid of backflipping because you double jump so fast. That's the other advantage of holding your jump. First of all, you're going to be able to jump higher physically. Second of all, while you're doing that, it gives you more time to pull the stick back and you're facing higher up. So you're not going underneath things quite as much. It seems like you're just trying to rush that double jump for the aerial. Even though you didn't double jump that particular one, it's probably something that's built into your muscle memory because of the way that you fast aerial. Oh my. Okay. That's a very good touch. I'm not sure that I would blame that on you either. Your teammate should have seen and recognized that you had that. There's a situation. When that ball starts coming towards you, you have 7D boost. Or really, you have 81 boost. And time, because your teammate just blew up the closest opponent. The other opponent is very far away. I would slow play this. Don't blow any of your boost getting to the ball. Drive to the ball casually, maybe flip, and take it under control. Go for a dribble or something. Take some of the space. You have 80 boost that you can use to try to beat them, but what you went with was like blowing through roughly like 50 of that boost for a hit. And I mean, your teammate didn't exactly get a good shot out of it either. So this seems to be a common theme. When the ball is going toward the wall like this, you always jump. Instead of trying to get the ball after it hits the wall. You always try to get it before. I would recommend shifting your focus for a ball like that to always try to be where it's going to be after it bounces, unless there's like a lot of pressure. If there's a lot of pressure, you might have to try to get to it before it bounces, but usually it's going to be better for you to wait for it to bounce, because when you do hit it, you will get a stronger hit. That was a little scary. And a direct kickoff goal. Well, you did win, so congratulations. I would agree with you in your own notes that your speed needs to be faster. The double commits in this particular game, I would put more on your teammate than I would put on you. You did, I would say the biggest thing is that you seem like you're rushing your aerials. That is definitely an issue that's coming. I'm not sure where it's coming from or anything. It's difficult to tell from just one game, but you seem like you were rushing all your aerials there. So I would take a step back and really hold the A button, tilt back further. It seems like you're undershooting the ball. Yeah. I didn't really see any situations where you went for boost way off in the middle of nowhere and you shouldn't have done that. So I mean, obviously you always want to work to improve your small boost pad collection, in my opinion, and your pace of play. But your pace of play was not that bad. My biggest thing with regarding the pace of your play is that it was consistent. You didn't really ever intentionally slow it down when you had control to throw off the defenders, or start slow and speed up to throw off the defenders. It was just, I mean, I have the ball, I'm going to hit it. I'm just going to hit it hard. You know what I mean? And that makes you a little bit more readable. You're always going to hit the ball as hard as you can every time. They never have to be worried that you're going to dribble it, or you're going to take it up the wall, or you're going to look to pass to your teammate. Something like that. So I would work on some of that, like more minor ball control and stuff like that when it comes to just taking space when you have it instead of banging the ball. That mentality is mostly okay for that level of threes, but for twos, I would recommend taking space. So yeah, that's the biggest thing I would say. All right, hopefully this helps you out. Sorry if this feels rushed. I got some things I gotta go do right now, but I appreciate you sending this in, and I hope it helps you out a ton. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.